Ever feel like you're just swimming in health advice? You click on article after article, and honestly, you just end up more confused.
Yeah, happens to so many people. Information overload.
Exactly. So today, we want to cut through that noise. We're doing a deep dive into something really fundamental: how our bodies actually heal, specifically nerve tissue.
And we're grounding this in the work of Dr. Waterman, a chiropractor out in Montclair, California. He's got nearly, what, 4 decades?
Yeah, almost 40 years observing this stuff firsthand.
So it's not just theory. It's real-world experience, patient journeys. And our mission today, really, is to pull out his key insights on nerve repair.
The goal is to help you understand your body's signals better, understand that whole healing process.
Okay, so where do we start? Dr. Waterman's overall approach seems pretty unique.
It really does. One of the first things that struck me is his philosophy. He really emphasizes understanding before healing.
And listening before understanding.
Right. And underlying all of it is genuine care. It sounds simple, but
But it makes a huge difference, especially when you contrast it with, those rushed 5-minute appointments we sometimes get.
totally. The sources mention he dedicates real time, takes incredibly detailed notes.
It's not just about jotting down symptoms, is it? It's more like piecing together the person's whole story.
And that ties into how he views symptoms. He doesn't just see them as like annoyances to shut down.
No, he calls them messengers.
Messengers carrying vital information about what's really going on inside.
Which shifts the whole focus, doesn't it? From silencing the alarm to figuring out why it's ringing.
Exactly. Okay, so let's tackle a common question people have, especially with chiropractic care. Why the frequent visits early on? Sometimes 2, even 3 times a week.
That's a big one. And Dr. Waterman's explanation really dives into the nature of nerve tissue itself, how it heals.
He makes a distinction, right, between how nerves heal and how, say, ligaments heal.
Precisely. Ligament repair, yeah, that can take a long time too. But nerve tissue has its own set of rules, its own complexities.
And his point is that getting nerve function right, that's foundational for everything else, for the whole body to work properly.
And again, this isn't just a theory he read somewhere. It comes from watching thousands of patients heal over almost 40 years.
He uses analogies to help explain this, doesn't he? I found the city of you one really helpful.
Oh yeah, that's a great one. Your body's like this busy city.
And the nerves are the entire communication system. Internet, phones, postal service, emergency alerts, everything.
So when you injure or compress a nerve,
You're disrupting that city's communication grid. Makes total sense.
and from that analogy, he lays out 5 key facts about how nerve tissue heals. The first one involves a specialized construction crew.
Okay, what does that mean in biological terms?
It points to the unique structure of nerves, those axons. They need very specific biological processes to regrow and reconnect properly.
So it's not like patching drywall, it's more complex.
Way more complex. He compares it to needing highly trained specialists, not just general builders, to fix the city's fiber optic network, let's say.
Wow, like stringing a brand new telephone line, but at a microscopic level inside you? That's intricate.
Incredibly intricate, which leads to the second fact, the highway without gas stations.
Highway without gas stations. Okay.
This talks about blood supply. Nerves, especially in places like your wrists, ankles, the spine, they often don't have the rich blood supply that muscles do.
Ah, okay. Particularly those peripheral nerves, further out.
Exactly. They're further from the main highways of the circulatory system.
So if blood flow is the delivery service, bringing oxygen and nutrients, the building materials?
Then a limited service means slower delivery, right?
Yeah.
Even if the specialized construction crew is ready to work, they're waiting for supplies.
Got it. The repair process gets bottlenecked by the delivery route.
Precisely. Which brings us to fact number 3. And this one. Well, it feels very real. Trying to fix a bridge while cars are still crossing.
Oh, yeah. I get that one immediately. Our hands, feet, neck, back, they're always moving.
Constantly, even subtle movements. So trying to heal delicate nerve tissue in these areas.
Is like engineers trying to repair bridge supports while traffic keeps rumbling over it, keeps disturbing the work.
Exactly. And this is where Dr. Waterman connects it back to those frequent early visits.
Ah, so the idea is to regularly kind of reset the healing environment.
Sort of, yeah, like those engineers going out daily to check, readjust, optimize the repair site despite the ongoing traffic, keep things aligned for healing.
Okay, that makes sense. What's fact number 4?
Fact 4 is about different types of storm damage. It acknowledges that nerve injuries aren't all the same.
Like different levels of communication breakdown in the city.
Right. It can be mild, like static on the line, maybe some numbness or tingling that comes and goes.
Or could be a temporary outage, like a downed line affecting one neighborhood.
Yeah, maybe a temporary loss of sensation or function.
Sure.
And then there's the most severe damage.
Where the line is completely cut, needs a total rebuild.
And the crucial point here is that the healing time directly relates to how bad that storm damage was.
And sometimes you don't even know the full extent right away.
That's what he observes. Sometimes the healing process itself reveals just how deep the damage went. It's not always obvious from day one.
Okay. And the final fact, number 5.
Number 5. Every city has its own repair timeline.
Meaning everyone heals differently.
Exactly. Just like two different cities might recover from the same hurricane at different speeds because of their infrastructure, population, resources.
Our bodies heal at their own unique pace.
Yeah. Your age, your overall health, other conditions you might have, stress levels, nutrition.
Wow, so many variables.
Loads of them. Yeah. It's definitely not a cookie-cutter process, which ties into another analogy Dr. Waterman uses, the tortoise and the hare.
Ah, the classic. So nerve healing is the tortoise.
That's the idea.
Yeah.
It's more like tending a garden's slow, steady, consistent effort. It's not a sprint.
You can't just force it or expect instant results.
No. Patience isn't just, a nice virtue here. It's a biological necessity for nerve tissue.
That's a really important point, especially today when we want everything now.
Absolutely. And Dr. Waterman believes that understanding this actually empowers the patient.
How so?
Well, if you know that nerve healing takes time, that it has these specific requirements, you can adjust your expectations. You become an active participant, working with the process instead of getting frustrated by it.
Instead of feeling like it's just not working because it's not instantaneous.
Right. And he mentions, it's concerning when people stop care too soon. They get discouraged right before maybe a breakthrough might have happened.
Because they weren't prepared for the tortoise pace.
Possibly. But conversely, he talks about seeing amazing changes in people who do trust the process, who stick with it.
And this relates to his promise to patients, doesn't it? Based on all that experience.
It does. He essentially says, based on his, nearly 4 decades of watching nerve tissue heal, he aims to recommend the right amount of care. Not too much, not too little.
Based on what the body, the nerve tissue, actually needs for repair, not just chasing symptoms day to day.
Exactly. And always looking at that entire city, the whole person, not just the street corner where the symptom is loudest.
The focus is on real, lasting healing, not just quieting things down temporarily.
That seems to be the core of it.
The picture that emerges is of a really distinct kind of practitioner.
Yeah, the sources describe him as blending technical skill with intuition, science with, compassion.
And clearly someone who's had a long-term positive impact there in Montclair.
Definitely. And his approach relies heavily on objective findings, the body's signals, not just how someone feels on a particular day, although obviously patient comfort is important.
But it's about getting to the root cause based on the evidence.
He also talks about a ripple effect of healing.
What's that?
The idea that when one person gets healthier, truly recovers, it doesn't just benefit them. It can inspire and positively affect their family, friends, their community.
That's a nice thought, like wellness spreading outwards.
Yeah, and he seems to actively encourage that. There's this new patient super opportunity referral program mentioned. If an existing patient refers someone new, that new person gets a big discount, 75% off on a nutritional assessment within their first 12 visits. They just have to mention who sent them.
Huh. So it connects back to that community idea, making wellness more accessible.
It seems like it kind of echoes that old chiropractic vision, like from B.J. Palmer, of wanting the benefits to reach lots of people.
And Dr. Waterman seems to be doing it through, getting results that make people want to share their experience.
It seems that way. And it's interesting, the sources note that others have looked into his work and basically confirmed this genuine desire he has for people to get well and then, pay it forward.
Creates a positive cycle.
It really does. In today's sometimes impersonal healthcare world, it stands out that focus on results, trust, and the patient's overall journey.
Okay, so wrapping up this deep dive, the main takeaway for me is that nerve healing is, it's special. It's intricate, often slow, needs specific things.
And it's affected by so much: our overall health, movement, blood flow.
Understanding all that can really shift how we approach our own health, can it? Patience becomes key.
Definitely. And thinking about your body as that complex city of you.
Yeah.
with this vital communication network, it makes you appreciate how important it is to care for it properly and give it time when things go wrong.
So maybe the final thought for everyone listening is this. How does seeing yourself as this intricate city change how you think about your own health?
Are you listening to those subtle signals, those whispers from your body?
And maybe more importantly, are you giving your internal repair crews the time and the patience they actually need to do their specialized work?
Something to definitely reflect on.